It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Vikings of Virginia Beach. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chris Wormley able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, I haven't said it before. I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down to about the 40-yard line. The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man, T.J. Hackinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Rager now trying to run. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Vikings 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Play action now. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch. Touchdown!
T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now a give running left is DeWangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Keep it going, keep it going, take it to him. Stay on point, brother, to get Jones back here. Let's do this. Turn it up, fellas, turn it out.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Another run now for DeWangu. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A 54-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Injuries that racked the Chargers' receiving room gave Palmer an opportunity, and he took advantage of it. Almost 800 yards for the year, and he won't have to wait for injuries anymore to get chances because he's earned them. Nice play for the first down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Vikings take over first down at their own 23-yard line.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first and 10, Cousins. Drops this off with DeWangu. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
That will throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eluding the pressure right. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Cousins. Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will push the lead up to 12-7.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Herbert now. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Madison running on first down. And a strong run that time. This is across midfield. And down to the 43. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. An audible here to get a new look. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
The touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis.
Then he will take it across midfield and down the 45. A first down throw for Cousins. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And they're off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Morongo with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. He'll fire it deep for Rager.
They've got his man complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Herbert.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, this is Madison. And he's going to take this out past the 10 to about the 11. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cousins here to throw. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field.